Hi, Year 3. It's maths for Wednesday, the 27th of January. Okay, today we're going to jump straight in with some addition. So I'd like to pause the video here and work through these additions and see how you get on. Okay, let's have a look at some of those answers, shall we? So pause the video here and tick through the ones you got correct. If you made a mistake, please don't worry about it. Just have a little look, see if you can spot where your mistake was. Okay, today we're looking at some more division, but today I want us to think about what happens when we have a remainder. So let's have a little look at this one for starters. We're doing 42 divided by 3. Now, if you remember yesterday, what we looked at doing was building the number. I'm just going to change my pen color there to blue. We looked at building the number first. There we go, that we were dividing. So I've got 42 here. And when I look at the number 42, I have got tens and ones there. So I know that I have got 4 tens and 2 ones. So I'm just going to build that number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I needed 2 ones. There we go. So I'm using a part whole model here to help me with the division. So from what we worked on yesterday, we'd share out our tens first and then our ones. Let's see how that goes. So we share out our tens. I've got a spare one. So at the moment, I can't equally share this 10 out as it is. So one of the things that we would need to do is we would need to exchange this 10 for 10 ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this one all the way down here, and then I'm going to exchange it for 10 ones instead, because then I will be able to complete the division. So here we go. I've got an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And as you can see, these two were already here from before when I looked at my tens and my ones. Now, I should be able to share them out equally. Let's give it a go. So I'm still using the one each technique so that then it's really clear to see that I'm sharing them equally. I'm not putting 3 in one circle and then 5 in another. I'm really sharing them out nice and equally. So let's have a little look. There we go. Now the 10 that we then exchanged for 10 ones, that was our remainder because it couldn't be shared out equally in its 10 form. We had to split it up into 10 ones to be able to make it happen. And now when we have a little look, we've now completed the division. If we have a little look down here, what we can then see is what we've actually got is 14 in each. So 42 now divided by 3 gives us an answer of 14. There we go. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, you might have noticed this strange looking calculation over here. I'm just going to actually have this in the back of my mind as I'm working out this current calculation. So I'm doing 39 divided by 2. So I'm just going to write in 39 here. There we go. And then I'm going to build the number. So I'm going to build it with 3 tens, because there's 3 tens in 39. Oh, let's try again. There we go, and 9 ones. So let's count them out because that's going to be quite a few ones, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So just like we did before, we want to think about sharing out our tens. So because we're sharing between 2, I've got 2 circles on the bottom. So here we go. I can share out 1. I can share out, oh, hang on a moment. I can spot what my problem is going to be. Now, before I go any further, what I'm going to do is just draw your attention up here to the bus stop method or the short division method, just so that you can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it with the equipment. So for here, if I'm trying to think about my 3 here, I know my 3 is a 10, but I'm thinking how many times did 2 fit in? Well, I've got 1 in each circle. So that is what I would be writing up here. How many did I have left over? How many tens? I've got 1. So this one is the one that is going to be exploded to turn into 10 ones. So I'm going to put that one away. There we go. And then I'm going to exchange it for 10 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, if I counted up all of these, I think what you'd find is that I would actually end up with 19 ones. So it's quite a lot. Let's see if we can share them out equally. So here we go. So I'm using my one each technique, and I keep sharing them until they're all gone. There we go. I keep sharing. There we go. I keep sharing. Oh, there's quite a lot to share here. I keep sharing though. There we go. There we go. Oh, and did you spot? I've got one left here. Okay, so let's look at the ones and how that would look on our bus stop method. How many ones are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here, there we go. We had 9 ones in each circle, but you've probably spotted we've actually got a spare one left over. Now, there's nowhere that that one can go, and I can't exchange it for anything else to make it work. So that one comes on the end here as a remainder 1. There we go. Interestingly, when we look at our bus stop technique, it is the same as this. It's just that it's an abstract method, which means that we are looking at numbers and we're not doing a pictorial method. Okay, let's look at another one. Oh, 56 divided by 4. So straight away, I'm going to write in my 56. There we go. And then I'm going to build my number. So I need 5 10s to make 56. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then did you spot how many ones I needed? I need 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'll do the same as I did before, where I link the bus stop method with what I'm doing pictorially so that it's really clear. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to share out my 10s first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, have you spotted my problem? I've got a 10 that I need to exchange because I can't share it equally. I can't just put it in there because then there'd be 2 in this one and only 1 in each of these circles. So I have to exchange it for 10 ones. So let's exchange it. So I've put it away. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so let's check in with our bus stop method for how far we've got. So when we tried to do 4s into the 5 or into the 5 10s, what we found is only 1 10 would go in each. So it's number 1 that we put up here. Okay, you might also be thinking, how many 4s are there in 5? That would help you too. But we just saw we had a 10 we needed to exchange, and so it needed to come just in front of the 6 to make it into a 16. Okay, so if we counted up all of these ones here, we should have 16, but now we should be able to share them out equally. So let's give it a go. So we're using our 1 each technique. Let's see, we might have a remainder, you never know. Let's try it out. We keep sharing. We keep sharing. Oh, we've got to keep sharing until they're all gone. There we go. Or until we get to ones that won't be able to share equally. There we go. Although I think this one's going to be able to share very equally. So let's have a little look. Yes, it did. So can you spot how many are in each of the parts? It is 1 10 and 4 1s, which makes 14. There we go. And then if we're just looking at our ones here, so the 16 ones, there was 4 in each. And so that makes 14 up here too. There we go. Okay, we're going to try another one again. So here we go. This time I've got 72 divided by 2. So I'm going to write 72 up here, and then I'm going to build my number. So for 72, I will be needing 7 tens. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then I'm going to need 2 ones. So 1 and 2. Okay, so now I can start to share them, okay, or divide them. Here we go. So 1 each. Oh, I've got 1 here that I can't share equally. I'm going to exchange that one for 10 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so I'm going to catch up with my bus stop technique. So can you see how many tens I was able to share out of the 7 tens? It was 3, so I need to put a 3 up here. There we go. And then I needed to exchange 1 10. And so they became 10 ones, which goes with my 2 ones just here. Now let's see if we can share those out too. So 1 each until they're all gone. There we go. Or until I can't go any further. So you might end up with one that doesn't fit because it would be unequal, or until they're all gone. Now I've got a feeling with this one, because it's an even number and I am dividing by an even number, that they will be equal. And yes, they are. So can you see I've got 3 tens and 6 ones, which makes 36. So there's 6 ones there. So I can put that onto this one. And then here. There we go. Okay. So your job for our silver task today is to calculate these division problems using the pictorial method we've just worked on. So make sure you draw your part whole models, make sure you draw your numbers really carefully, and then when you share them out, draw them really carefully too. So pause the video here and give it a go. Okay, have a little look at your answers and how you got on. So I have written the answers here for you. Have a little look. Oh, I can just spot one that I've missed. Let me type that one in. Okay, got my 45 there. And oh, I can see that my answer there is 15. There we go. I missed one. There you go. Have a little look through and see if you can tick the ones that you got correct. If you're ready for the goal challenge, let's go. The goal challenge for today is to try to link 2 bus stop method calculations and draw a part whole model to go with them. So for this one, we're doing 82 divided by 3. And for this one, we're doing 75 divided by 5. Pause the video here and see how you get on. Okay, have a little look. Is this what you came up with? Don't worry if not. If you made a mistake, it's where our learning happens. So have a little look, see if you can spot where the mistake is if you made one. If not, just tick them off. If you're ready for our platinum challenge, let's go on. Okay, so our platinum challenge here is thinking about what we notice. So we've got 3 division calculations here. What's the same about these questions and what is different? See if you can solve them. So complete the divisions. And then what do you notice at the end? Pause the video here and see if you can give this a go. Okay, so I wonder if you spotted this. So with the 3 divisions, they were all dividing the number 96. But what was different was they were dividing by 8, and then by 4, and then by 2. Now, once I had solved them, what I noticed was really there was a bit of a link between the numbers that they were being divided by. So 96 was being divided by 8, by 4, and by 2. And each of these numbers, if you think about the 8, if you divide it by 2, it works out to be 4. And then if you divide, oh, I moved it. If you divide the 4 by 2, that then equals 2. So it's almost like they're halving each time. And then if you notice from underneath, if you think of it a different way, the answers we then get are actually doubled. So 12 times 2 or doubled would give us 24. And then 24 doubled or times by 2 would give us 48. Did you spot that? Okay, that's the end of our maths for today. Well done, and I will see you tomorrow for some more maths. Take care.